Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel. I hope you enjoy what I've got for you today, and please check out as you're watching this little links on screen as well for different things on my Facebook and Twitter, and of course my football channel as well. And please, all your comments are very welcome. Just let us know and push that subscribe button. Don't forget, please push the subscribe button. Make sure your notification set to public as well if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. Push that notification button as well. So anyway, please enjoy. Right, we're going to have a look at a Chiller series, a new series on Amazon, and they've kindly shown us the first 4 episodes out of 8, so I'm going to have a look at the first 4 episodes, let you know what I think. An interesting one this, yeah, my views by the end of the 4th episode, a little bit different to what they were early doors, but we'll get into that. Yeah, it's I Know What You Did Last Summer, of course. That was out when I had my little video shop, the movie in 1997. Yeah, it did very well on the actual rentals, etc. when I had my video shop back then. Yeah, it's actually shown all 4 episodes on the 15th of October on Amazon, and it will now run weekly, so there'll be one a week now till the 12th of November. That's on Amazon UK. Just check your territories wherever you are. So as I said, I've looked at episodes 1 to 4. Yeah, titles of the episodes. For episode 1 was called It's Thursday. Okay. Episode 2 was called Pardon the Language, It's Not Just for Dog Shit. Yes. Episode 3 was A Gorilla Head Will Not Do. And episode 4 was Hot Shrimp Salad. Yes, so with another 4 genial, happy episodes to go. Of course, it's teen horror television. This at its probably best, eroticism at its best. This one, based on, of course, a 1973 novel of the same name by Lois Duncan, and of course part of the franchise of the same name. I think how many was there? About 4 films. I'm not too sure now. A modern take, of course, of the 1997 film adaptation. Only scored 5.7 out of 10. That's a bit low on Internet Movie Database. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit better than that. I quite enjoyed it, if I remember rightly. It's a long time ago since I've watched it. It follows a group of friends, of course, stalked by a brutal killer 1 year after covering up a car accident in which they killed someone. So it's not identical. There's a slight change to this new one. It features an ensemble cast, of course, led by Madison Eisman, Brian Chu, Ezekiel Goodman, Ashley Moore, Sebastian Amoruso, and also stars in sort of lesser parts, if you like, Fiona Reen, Cassie Beck, Brookie Bloom, and Bill Heck. Yeah, not bad actors. There's a lot of young faces, obviously. Not too bad. You know what I mean? The younger actors, I'm fairly critical, but they did okay. Any good? Well, there's some scores. These are all as at the 17th of October, 6 p.m. So Rotten Tomatoes, only 23 critics reviews on there, but a 39% approval rating. Not great, that, is it? An average rating of 5.5 out of 10, though, which is not a total disaster. It's a little bit below what we like to see, but not a total disaster, that. Metacritic, the other little site we look at, of course, uses a weighted average, doesn't it? And it's got a score of 45 out of 100, so even less, a point less if you look at it based on the Rotten Tomatoes. But that's only 4 critics, so it's only 4 critics who have actually sort of put the name to that. So if we look at Internet Movie Database, Internet Movie Database, we've got 934 scores, but there's a lot of 1 out of 10s, and there's a lot of 10 out of 10s, and I don't believe either. So I've discounted all those. So you ignore all them. I mean, there's almost 400, 399 of that 934 scored it 1 or 10, which is either unreasonable or too over the top, in my opinion. So basically, you've got 324 have given it a 6+ rating, and 211 have scored it 2 to 5. So obviously, 61%, I think, I think that's a fair reflection, to be honest with you, to say if you ignore the 1 out of 10s and 10 out of 10s. So 61% positivity. I think that's a fairer look at it. I like to play around with it. If you look at the episodes, interestingly enough, I wouldn't disagree with this, to be honest with you. Episode 1 only got 6.2 out of 10 average. Episode 2, though, got 7.5. Episode 3 got 7.4. And episode 4 got 7.5. Yeah, I can fully understand that, which we'll have a chat about now with my little thoughts on this series. And I sort of made little notes. I was watching, obviously, episodes 1 and then 2 and then got through it all. So this is sort of in the level of how I was doing it. I mean, my first initial thing was because it was trying to be a little bit edgy. Some of the language isn't great. Some of the language is a bit well, a bit not uncomfortable. I'm a grown up, but it just didn't seem right. It didn't sit right with the characters. Although it probably did, obviously with the age group, but it just didn't feel right in the series for some reason. And of course, this is for the teen market, but I'm not sure some of the language used didn't quite work for me. It didn't seem right coming out of the mouths of who was saying it, if you know what I mean. But that was quite early doors, so I think as we get more into it, it's probably a bit more suitable. But I'm sure there is a market for this sort of soft porn, which is what it is, which sort of does work within the context because it seemingly gives us a bit more insight to the characters and how the brains are working. Obviously teenagers, the hormones are raging, aren't they? Let's be honest about it. And it is a teen erotic chiller, so don't, obviously if you're put off by that in any way, then please stay clear. But it's certainly there are elements of that in this, and it does add, for me, it does add to the series. It is what it's all about. I think it's fair enough. The characters get some taking to like, and I didn't like any of them really to start off with, and found most of them a little bland, a little uninteresting, a little unexciting, which doesn't help from the outset. But on the positive side, at that stage, I thought, well, hopefully they'll all end up in bits and pieces, so it won't be too bad. But I'm being cruel there, aren't I? But as I said, this was sort of my impression from about a series and a half, and then the action. It's a bit few and far between. Very verbal episodes 1 and 2, but obviously it doesn't really grip you. But by the end of episode 2, yes, we get a little bit of action. We get a little bit of slaying. We get a bit more killing, and all of a sudden the gruesome action, and we're off and running. And all of a sudden my sort of interest started to grow just a little bit at the end of episode 2. That's for sure. And episode 3 and 4 continue with the same sort of eroticism. And even more grisly murders. So all adding to the fun and joy of watching this series as entertainment, which is what I watch a series for. As I said, I was getting a little bit bored with all episode 1 and parts of episode 2, waiting for something to happen. But at least when it did happen, we started to get it sort of thrown in our faces a bit more. So from an entertainment point of view, as the kill rate rises, I finally even liked a couple of the characters, I want to survive now, even though I didn't care less, obviously, initially. But at last, I'm now looking forward to the last 4 episodes. As I said, it's a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, those scores for the episodes is probably right. I mean, I would have scored episodes 1 and 2 perhaps 5 out of 10, although probably episode 2 did pick up a little bit, as I said, towards the end. But obviously 3 and 4 episodes, I've marked 6.5 out of 10, a little bit down on what Internet Movie Database is marking it, but that's what I came up with. So I am now looking forward to the weekly episode, whether I watch them weekly or I'll just let a couple pile up and then watch a couple, then watch the last 2. There's only 8 episodes in total anyway. But overall, as long as it sticks to what it's doing and does the bits good, as I say, I don't mind the eroticism in it. It seems to sit nicely. They stopped doing the language. Either I've become accustomed to the characters and it doesn't bother me, or they've sort of stopped making that sort of silly language, silly comments to try and grab attention. But overall, very, very, very interesting going forward, as I say. But I'm not going to go mad on it. I will give it my basic 6 out of 10 watchable, and please do stick with it. As I say, it's a little slow going to start. I mean, if the film had started like this, you would have probably turned it off after half an hour. But it's an 8-episode series, so perhaps you give it a little bit more leeway. But so potentially, hopefully, it may get a little better than 6 out of 10 by the end of it. But it's certainly watchable, as I say. But so be prepared for those sort of things that I've mentioned, and you should enjoy it, as I say, if you're a fan of the original movies, etc. It's certainly interesting for me. As I say, I'm not a teen by any means anymore, as you can probably tell. I know it's quite difficult, but I'm not a young man anymore. But I quite liked it. I'm not in the demographic, obviously, but as I said, once we got to from about 90% of the way through episode 2, all of a sudden I found it quite interesting. So yes, I will be looking forward to the last 4 episodes, and hoping they'll continue in the same sort of vein. That would be excellent. Anyway, let me know what you think if you get to watch those first 4 episodes or any other episodes. That'd be great to hear from you. Anyway, thanks for watching. All you're going to do, rest stay, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. To meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps have a look at my Citizen channel, on my football team, Manchester City. Whatever it is, if it's back on air, it doesn't matter. All I ever ask is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.